G'day YouTube and g'day the MPD Nation. Now if you don't know what the MPD Nation is, I'll leave a link in the description as a place that will help you grow as a small channel, so definitely go check it out. Now it's Brett from Overtime Gaming with you once again, and we got some more Newcastle United FIFA 13 connected career mode, and we've got Southampton today. That's another team that's dwelling in the bottom of the table, so it should be another win for us today, guys. And been on a very good run of form of late, good few results, and we've stuck with the same side we were thinking of the last few weeks. Menez is still up front because Menez has been an absolute beast the last two games. He scored 2 last game, so I couldn't justify dropping him. So we're definitely sticking with him. Now, remember guys to share the video and leave a like and subscribe to the channel as well, guys. We need to get this as big as we possibly can, and if you share it on Twitter, please do share it on Twitter or Facebook. I really need you to. If you do share it on Twitter, remember to use @Marvauex13 so I can see it as well, guys. Now, the other thing I wanted you guys to know is I still need your votes on what striker to sign. Right now, Giroud is leading. Giroud will be the striker we're signing at the moment, but the vote is between Giroud, Gomes from Lyon, and Gamero from PSG. So if you want me to sign one of them, definitely leave a comment in the section below, guys, so I know which one you want, and we'll put it to a vote, and then in January, in this game, we'll decide who we buy. Now, if you don't know who else I'm buying, there's an episode further back in the series that explains exactly who I'm buying. Now, there is one guy I have recently found, and he's a guy that we're going to be looking to buy, and he'll be a player that we loan straight back out. And that's Aliadiare, and he's a French under 21. Under 20, sorry. He's been linked with moves to Tottenham, Sunderland and Wigan, but in real life recently, Newcastle have actually become increasingly interested in him. Of course, he's French, so why wouldn't we be? But alongside that, I've played with him a couple of times while I've played players randomly on seasons and stuff like that on here, and he's a really good player, so we're definitely going to look to buy him. He's another younger player, which of course helps us out in the future with the likes of Paul Pogba, everything like that. Now, we'll speak about real Newcastle for the first half like we usually do. If you haven't seen, Haidara has been cleared. He's not got a serious injury, guys. He's escaped. He hasn't got a serious injury at all. He's just got a slight knee injury, and he could be fit as early as the beginning of April, so that's definitely a good thing for us, because that means he'll be back in time for the game against Benfica, and I think he's going to be a really good player in the future, so I'm definitely happy his career hasn't been ended by a stupid tackle, which incidentally Callum McManaman has got away with. But let's not go into that. We've spent a couple of videos speaking about that, and let's not talk about that. Now, other things in Newcastle news: Santon has been linked with a move to Milan. Obviously, he's Italian, so it's not surprising they're interested in signing him. He's been on very good form this season, so again, there's nothing surprising about that. Steve Harper is set to leave Newcastle at the end of the season, and again, nothing surprising about that. And oh my God, what an absolutely sloppy goal. J. Rodriguez scores against us, guys. I'm not even quite sure how. Let's have a look at the replay. It's a nice ball in, but we get the defensive clearance. But a strike hits the post, and we just couldn't clear it. And somehow we chip it up to J. Rodriguez, who headers it into the bottom corner. Ruffier is too slow to get down to the corner for it. And we're down 1-0 against the bottom dweller Southampton. So this is definitely not the start we've been looking for, guys. But back to Steve Harper. Obviously, he's been out of sorts and out of luck at Newcastle last couple of seasons. He used to be our backup keeper for years and years behind Shea Given. Got his chance in the Championship to start, but then Tim Krul took over and has become our everyday starter, and now Rob Elliott has taken over the job of backup. So Steve Harper's definitely been let down the last few seasons, so it's probably a good move for him to spend the last couple of years of his career at a different club where he can play week in, week out, so I don't really blame him for that. Now, if you haven't seen, Shola Ameobi is to be offered a new long-term deal at the club. I don't really want him to. He has been at Newcastle a long time now and has earned a new contract. But I don't think we need to give him one. I think it's a waste of money for us. He's not that good, and I think we could go out and buy a new striker which has better ability and offer him the same contract we'd offer Ameobi, and it would be more beneficial for the club. But then again, that's just my opinion. I suppose there's a lot of Newcastle fans out there that love Amiobi and want him to return. And again, I don't really blame you. He's a good player, nothing special, but he's just not my favourite, that's all. Now, other news, PSG have ruled out the departure of Sakho. Sakho has drawn interest from clubs like Liverpool and Newcastle. So it was highly debated that he will be joining a Premier League club in the summer, but PSG have ruled this move out, saying that there is no way in hell that he will leave PSG. Don't really blame him. He is an absolutely fantastic defender. Obviously, we have him on his career mode. He's got good pace. He's built like a tank, and he's just absolutely strong. And he's got good finishing as well for a defender. So I don't really blame PSG for not wanting to sell him. I still feel he may leave to the Premier League this season, at the end of the season, sorry. And that's just because it's his decision to move, in all honesty. And I would love for him to come to Newcastle. Could you imagine in real life the centre-back pairing of Yanga and Mbiwa and Sakho at a Premier League club? That would just be absolutely insane. And my ultimate team would look a hell of a lot different, and I'd have to have more of a Premier League based side rather than my my Bundesliga side at the moment. Speaking of which, guys, you still haven't let me know if you want me to do some Ultimate Team videos. I'm fine with it. There is one on my channel at the moment if you're an Xbox 360 player. It's a squad builder and it's an Afro team. And there's also a player giveaway on there, guys. And we go in 1-0 down at half time, so definitely not the start we've been looking for, but hopefully we can pull it back in the second half. But as I was saying, there's a player giveaway on the squad builder, guys. And just like the video, share it so we can get more likes. We need 50 likes, and so far we've only got 4. So it's been a bit of a shambles. But 50 likes and I give away an Inform Okoa. If you don't know who he is, he's a Mexican goalkeeper from Liga 1, obviously the French league. And he's worth around 15,000, guys. So if you guys want him, go like the video, share it, and to be in with a chance of getting him, you have to leave a comment, and my favourite comment will feature on the comment of the week section, which should be out this week, guys. I'm not sure when I'm going to do this comment of the week. I'm thinking a Saturday. It was going to be a Monday, but I'm thinking a Saturday, guys. So make sure you all get your comments in, and if you're my favourite comment or my favourite comments, so more than one, they'll be featured on the next video. It'll be in the FIFA videos, and we'll talk about them throughout. Hopefully it'll be something we can have a full-on discussion about, and we can have a lot of interaction between me and you, the viewers, because that's definitely what I want. So go like the video, guys, leave a comment and everything like that. Now, also, if you haven't seen, Cabaye has actually been battling depression recently, and it's because of the toll last season took on him. Obviously, it was the first time he'd ever played without a winter break, so his body just took an absolute beating, and I don't really blame him. He was fantastic for us last year. Actually, he was out of this world for us last year, so I don't really blame him for having taken that beating, and I would be depressed after a season like that too. But he seems to have got back to his normal self lately. He says the injury he's had has actually helped him because it's given him a rest period and time to be himself. So hopefully that's good news for Newcastle, and he can get back to playing the way that he did last season for us. If you notice, Newcastle are a completely different team without him. He is our anchor, and even in this series he's our anchor. If I take Cabaye out of the side, we're completely different. The passing's not quite as good, the attacking's not quite as good, the defence isn't quite as good. It's just not the same without Cabaye. Now, let's have a chat about the series, guys. Obviously, the series has been a great success for me. We haven't had too many views, but I've just got over the 1,000 view mark for my channel as a whole, so that's definitely made me happy. My first video in this series has actually had over 250 views now, so it's definitely a good thing for me, guys. I'm hoping the rest of the videos in this series can get the same sort of recognition. And if you haven't commented on the first episode, guys, please go back and comment on the first ever episode of this series. It was filmed on a video camera, and I think that might be why people are being put off checking out the rest of the series, and I don't really blame them. So if you could go leave a comment, guys, like I have on it, saying that the rest of the series is in HD, full HD, not on a video camera, and it's a lot more enjoyable, and I'd really appreciate it, guys. Now, alongside that, I still need you to know I've only heard back from one person who you want me to start at left back at the moment. Do you want me to start Bocally at left back, who's more of an attacking presence? Or do you want me to start Haidara at left back? Obviously this is only until January, because in January we're signing Lucas Digne for our everyday left back, and him and Haidara will actually be rotating, and we'll be looking to sell Bocally in the summer. But we'll have Bocally until the end of the season. So if you want me to start him at the moment at left back, just let me know, and I'm definitely up for it. But in this game, guys, we haven't had the most attacking presence. I mean, we've been forced to keep our shots from outside the area. We haven't been able to cut in like we like to. And no one's really got anything going. Menez has moved to the left wing again. Marvauex gone off for Aliadiare. So we're just trying to spark that bit of offence. But the Southampton defence has just shut us down all game. They're still up 1-0, and it's been a very boring 1-0 to be fair. Neither team's really stated their dominance. If anyone has been in control, it's Southampton, purely because of the goal, and they've been able to beat our defence quite a bit. I mean, there was one a few minutes ago where they were one-on-one with the keeper, and luckily for us, they just put it wide. But in all honesty, they should have scored. So it could be at least 2-0 by now, guys. And this is definitely a bad result if it stays like this for us. I mean, we're pushing for a Europa League spot at the moment. We've turned our form round, and we've gone from 16th in the league to all the way up to 8th now. So it's definitely a good turn of results for us at the moment, and this is just going to ruin it for us. But unfortunately, we still haven't won in the Europa League, and that's definitely been hampering our progress in it at the moment. We've got FC20 in the next episode, I believe. So hopefully we'll be looking for a win there. And if we win there, we go top of our group, which is definitely a must for us. We must finish top of our group in the Europa League so we get the easier run through. And unfortunately, if we finish second, much like Newcastle did in real life, we'll get teams like Angie and teams like that. And that's not who I want. I mean, I would like an easy run through if I could. And finishing second is not going to achieve that. And unfortunately, we can't get the clean shot away. Menez couldn't get away. And we lose 1-0 at Southampton. The only good thing that came out of this game, guys, at least it was at Southampton and not at St James's. If it was at St James's, I'd be embarrassed. And it definitely wouldn't be something we'd want. But as you can see, their centre-back, Shearer, won man of the match. And that's just because of the way he shut down our attacking presence. And believe me, he did shut down our attacking presence. So he desperately deserved the man of the match, and unfortunately we couldn't get the win. As you can see, we got FC20 in the next game. And one thing, guys, what do you prefer the intro like? Do you prefer when I leave the commentary on so you can hear what the commentators are saying before the game, or do you prefer when I just talk straight away, guys? So leave a comment about that as well, and peace out, YouTube. We're heading into overtime.